looks like we're having Pelca and Relwood on to the next match here. Relwood with Hero, and we got Snake on. And, of course, we're watching live on KML tournaments here in Edgewater, Maryland at Token. One of the coolest card shops around. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get to the next match here. So one thing that's going to be really interesting to see is how Relwood is going to be able to handle the minefield. Are we going to see Relwood potentially get stuck up in the mines? Or are we going to see some good gameplay to really counteract and provide some good offense with those defensive maneuverability skills? Looks like we're already shopping on the menu. We got Bang on the menu. While really what we're seeing from Pelca is a lot of the grenades still, throwing down those grenades, really just kind of trying to overwhelm Relwood. While we're seeing what kind of moves and potential like items, combinations can really go good for Relwood against Pelca. Looks like Kaboom's already taken it. We got evening up the score, 0-0. Looks like they're both kind of seeing where the best place is to kind of attack in the investigatory period. Stage is more so leveraged in the middle. No one's really gotten the advantage yet, but we're seeing the start, the groundwork for that overwhelming bomb barrage from Pelca. Both really playing mostly defensively, trying to see where they can go. And we've already seen the stock taken off. We're 2-1 here.
Hello, hello, it's S-Nick.
S-Nick, hello.
Yeah. Extra credit viewers know me, I guess. Anyways, it's always weird starting in the middle of a game.
Yeah, what we're really seeing right now, what we're really paying attention to is seeing how Relwood will be able to handle against the bomb barrage with Pelca, because the grenade launching and really trying to dodge that, while at the same time providing that offensive moves has been really kind of like the focus point for how to really defeat Pelca. And we're kind of seeing right now people really overdoing their stocks, kind of staying in for the game a while, and just kind of seeing how we can really counter those the bombing and really dodging the minefield and just securing the win.
Yeah. I do like the hero pick. Oh, that should be it. Never mind.
Yeah, the hero pick is very solid. Oh.
Yeah.
The hero pick is solid because you have a lot of options you can choose from. You can change up your gameplay. You put acceleration to kind of speed up the game a little bit. You can put on, like, Kaboom to really, add some explosion, counterplay. Just really good, I think a solid matchup. Like, what's your opinion on it?
Well, I was thinking it was a good pick because if he's lucky enough, with hero, obviously luck is involved, but if you get bounce, that just covers like almost the entirety of Snake's neutral.
Yeah.
So it really just becomes like Snake throwing hands while trying to resist his like muscle memory of throwing projectiles. I think it's a really powerful tool, especially in this matchup.
No, 100%.
And I mean, like, from the little that I saw, Relwood was in a pretty good position whenever he did get bounce. So really, it's just a matter of actually getting it from the down B, which he's not done thus far until I just said it right now. Gotta love that. I do like Accelerado to just kind of track Snake down, although even with that, it is hard to track Snake when he up-B's into the atmosphere like that. Right, yeah, getting bounce again, although we are kind of getting to up tilt percent from Snake. Going to be safe from that for a little bit longer now that you don't have Rage on. Oh,
failed recovery, and we're evening up the score too.
Yep. That's so sad. The grenade just completely blocked the Kaboom.
Well, we have noticed those a few times. Pelca's really kind of failed to do the recovery. which is kind of interesting to see, but hopefully we don't really continue to see that and we just see better.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't been seeing too much of Snake Dash Attack coming up from Pelca. Of course, when I say that, Pelca goes for Snake Dash Attack. But it's such a powerful whiff punish tool that I feel like can cover some of the, I guess, less long would be the phrase, versions of the side B that Railwood throws out.
They're both playing pretty defensively is what I feel like. They're both playing pretty reserved and kind of keeping back and not so much being too confrontational. In certain cases, but
yeah,
that's mainly the gameplay style I've seen, but I feel like this game in particular might be a little bit more offensive. Especially since we were looking at the time clock and we're already 2 stocks down, or 2 stocks down with 5 minutes to go. I mean, we've seen in other games it was just like 2-2 and it was 3 minutes left on the clock and they were just still kind of going at it, kind of camping a little bit.
For sure. Seeing a lot of projectile usage coming up from Railwood, which, I mean, in a matchup like Snake, kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I know Railwood has a Game & Watch, or I might be wrong about that, but I want to say Railwood has a Game & Watch. I'm kind of surprised we're not seeing it in this matchup.
Probably could be not as strong of a character.
This is true.
Play your primary if you are confident with it and go with it. And if it doesn't work for the matchup, switch to your ult.
I mean, sometimes.
Sometimes. I mean, it depends on your confidence level and everything, I feel like.
Yeah. But a lot of times you'll see players kind of just choose, like, panic secondary characters. Because just hope and pray that the person you're playing against doesn't know the matchup for some reason or really struggles against the character.
No, you're right.
And normally that doesn't work out too well. So I do respect Railwood for kind of sticking to his guns here. I mean, the hero can work out. He just kind of needs the right spell pools.
Oh. Oh, nice DI.
Yep. Not quite going to be it. Town and City is a rather large stage. This...
Oh. Solid from Pelca for game 2.
Just before that back air came out, I was going to say this is low-key an even game, but not so much anymore.
Not so much anymore, but we could definitely see it turn around, though.
Definitely. I mean, Railwood was definitely in that, keeping it competitive. Both players were at kill percent there, you know, considering the massive kill power that Hero has. I have heard that from a lot of different players that Instant actually does not bad into Snake, because you get to revenge a lot of his projectiles. And Instant is also like a grab heavy character, which Snake kind of tends to struggle against because grabs are one of the few options you have that don't set off the grenades. So I'm kind of surprised to not see him use that either.
Yeah.
Especially considering that is, at least to my knowledge, one of his stronger characters, if not his strongest. I know Railwood was like a solo Instant for a long time, but I haven't really been keeping up, so maybe he's swapped to being primarily Hero.
Yeah. But we are seeing those 111% already within the first minute. 112%. And already for the stock.
I just want to note how Pelca was able to actually guess correctly where Railwood would touch down after using Zoom.
Probably.
That is random.
Just good reads, maybe.
Well, I mean, no, it's random where Zoom puts you down.
Oh, right, you're right.
So it's just a really good guess. All right.
Do you think it might be as someone who's not really too familiar with how that works, is it more so like a random and an algorithmic sense, like you could potentially predict it, or is it just true random where it's could put you anywhere on the stage?
I think it's true random. I could be wrong. I know it doesn't put you off stage.
I mean, obviously that'd be bad.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what you meant with your definition of true random.
As in with certain games, when you do a random move, it could be predicted because there has to be a place to put the character. You could potentially read where they're going to be put, or a move could do this because the random has potential outcomes that are readable. But in this case, I'm not sure if there's really anything you could read off that.
I don't think it's readable now. Oh yeah, and Pelca already having the C4 on stage is not able to recover that way. So I mean, kind of similar position that we've seen in previous games. Relwood is down. You getting the most out of Accelerado and Bounce. Just kind of able to play the game that you've always wanted to play in this matchup without having to worry about the explosions. Which is kind of where Snake tends to struggle the most, is when you have characters that don't necessarily have to play his game. You can't reflect that explosion, though, from the C4. Scary position there.
Oh! And for the...
Yeah,
Relwood lives.
Relwood gets one on the board.
Let's take a look at that again. Solid.
Yeah.
Good spaced. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like if you really outspace, it's gonna give you huge leverage, because that's kind of what the game is a lot right now. Just making sure you get hits and maintaining space and avoiding the bombs.
For sure. Sissel is also just such a fast move that really it is just kind of on reaction. I mean, if Pelca jumped there, Relwood probably wouldn't be able to react in time to get a Sizz out, but luckily Pelca rolled. Gonna be sticking to our gun. Snake Hero did not catch the stage pick because I wasn't paying attention. Bad fraudulent commentator alert, but all right, we are on small battlefield.
All right, small battlefield. We are 2-1 here. Already seeing some leverage here with Relwood, already taking 36%, but it's relatively very. Oh, huh.
Can't get Suka booms. Very low in MP though right now.
I feel like it's starting to lock in, because when you actually have those separated movesets and really try to get those long moves and have a long reach, is when you can really put in a hurt on Pelca, and that's kind of what we're seeing a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I was saying earlier, one method to not play Snake's game is by just chucking projectiles back at him.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we saw with Peach, with Focus, and what we're seeing here.
For sure. And Pelca kind of getting wise to these bounces here. Obviously, you can't read them, but I think Pelca is... Oh, that was not attackable.
Nasty.
Pelca is starting to adapt to like how you're supposed to be playing when Hero has bounce, which is really just you can't press the B button at all ever, except for down B because you can't reflect that.
But then again, Relwood is also locking in on Snake and really taking advantage of it and kind of getting an idea of how the gameplay works and really using it to their advantage.
This is true. A Snake without projectiles is rather neutered. So, I mean, it would be smart to take full advantage of that. For sure.
A lot of menu shopping, too.
I mean, yeah, that kind of just is the reality of Hero, though.
I mean, of course.
Ooh, big F smash.
Sometimes we haven't been seeing it too much, though. Mainly just focusing on the attack moves rather than looking at the menu. What I've seen a few times.
Yeah.
Like entering the menu 2 or 3 times compared to just like not using the menu at all, just using pure, base kit skills to kind of fight it off. But
I think, menu, you get a lot of opportunities to get different projectiles, and I think those are the much less committal options that you kind of want in this matchup. You don't really want to be committing to too much, because Snake is very efficient at punishing overcommitments. Scary position for Relwood here, being at ledge with little to no MP.
yeah, especially with that. And now, we got projectiles that could just come right at you and snipe you.
Yeah.
And take you out like that, except that wasn't, I don't think that was a projectile, I think that was something else. It took Relwood out.
Ironic bad luck, because for those who are unaware, when you're off stage, kind of like next to the blast zone, your chances of getting zoom from the down B are like drastically increased. But Relwood just never got it, but like literally first thing that Relwood did as soon as he dropped down from the respawn platform was open the menu, and zoom was there. So, bit tragic to see.
Tragedy.
Because if I'm Relwood and I see that, I'm thinking in my head, it's just my luck,
Yeah.
trying to get the read with the up smash is not able to lock down on it. Although, good thing about having bounce is that you don't have to worry about Nikita while you're trying to recover. Sounded like there was a bit of a misinput there. Rel would have just like stopped throwing the
there we
fireball.
go.
Yeah. So that was
Pelca
what?
for the win.
Winners finals. Okay, so Pelca moves on to grand finals. Oh, we got ads to read. We got
Yeah,
bills
we
to
got
pay.
to look at the replay. Seeing a lot of, there we go. This, boom. I think that was a nade.
Mayhaps.